वेलकम टू प्रिंस शोल्डर डाउन स्टूडेंट्स। ट्रायल पैसेज हम फिर दे रहे हैं और ये सही मायने में बिल्कुल आपको ऐसे वर्ड्स इसमें मिलेंगे जो आपको प्रैक्टिस करने के लिए मजबूर कर देंगे कि ये वर्ड हमें लिखने नहीं आते, आपको प्रैक्टिस करनी ही पड़ेगी। और ये सिर्फ लीगल मैटर ना हो कि किसी भी स्किल टेस्ट में इस तरह के मैटर आएंगे जो आपको थोड़ा सा कन्फ्यूज ज़रूर करेंगे कि ये बड़ा मुश्किल था। तो मैं समझता हूँ आप इसको ध्यान से लिखिए और ट्रांसक्रिप्शन के बाद अपना चेक ज़रूर कीजिए। बेस्ट परफॉर्मेंस वाला स्टूडेंट डाल सकता है कि आपकी मिस्टेक मिनिमम कितने परसेंट रही। तो हम स्टार्ट करते हैं। 80 वर्ड्स ए मिनट, अबाउट 600 वर्ड्स। बी रेडी, स्टार्ट। In 1985, a conference of the newly elected members of Jila Parishads and Mandal Panchayats was held in Bangalore to mark the dawn of the rule of the people. There was a gathering of over 50,000 people, one-third of whom were women. It was an unprecedented event in human society, for every one of the men and women who attended was an elected and accredited representative of the people. It was not a public meeting or a mela. I had invited the former Prime Minister Shri P.V. Narasimha Rao, who was then the Union Minister of Human Resources Development, to inaugurate the conference. He paid handsome tribute to the Karnataka government for starting a new epoch. I said in my speech, this is the real transfer of power that is happening after independence. The first one took place on August 15, 1947, when the foreign rulers transferred the power to Indian rulers. Now, after 50 years, we are witnessing another transfer of power. This time it is from the Indian rulers to the people of India, to whom the power really belongs. From this moment, you will have the same power so far exercised by the state government for the development of your district and mandals, and it is up to you now to use it in the best possible manner. The Karnataka Jila Parishads Act, hailed as a model piece of legislation of decentralization, was abolished by the successor government in 1989, and in its place the government brought a deformed, lifeless, bureaucracy oriented act, which is but a mockery of democratic decentralization. We have amended the constitution more than 80 times during the last 4 decades, mostly for the purpose of giving more power to the union government and providing benefits to the ruling party. In the process, the autonomy of the states was further undermined. I think it is high time that this dangerous trend is reserved in the interest of the integrity and unity of the country. A system where the union becomes all powerful, overriding the legitimate rights of the states and denied the people the right to take their own decision at different levels, is bound to produce a strong feeling of regionalism and separatist tendencies. We have seen this happening in several parts of our country. I strongly feel that a radical change must be brought about. The union government should concern itself with subjects like defense, external affairs, foreign trade, etc., etc., and the state governments and the Jila Parishads and Panchayats should have complete autonomy to run the government in their respective jurisdiction within the national policy framework to be laid down by the National Development Council, which should also include the representatives of Panchayat Raj institutions. I believe in the establishment of region federal structure in India comparable with the American system, because federalism is a defense against tyranny. It prevents the abuse of power to a large extent. I have dwelt upon the subject of decentralization at such great length to highlight the following points. Firstly, program concerning the people, particularly schemes like literacy, family welfare, public hygiene, etc., cannot be implemented successfully without the cooperation and willing participation of the people concerned, and the best way to do this is through the grassroots institutions. And secondly, for this purpose, empowerment of the people is imperative. There is bound to be strong resistance to sharing power on the part of government officials and politicians, especially at the state level, for obvious reasons. There could be even concealed conspiracy between them and the contractors. Stop. बोलिए उस तो